Edinburgh is one of those cities that feels different at every hour of the day. Early in the morning, it's quiet, mysterious, and almost cinematic. But as the city wakes up, the streets become full of life. History, tourists, music, and incredible food. So today, we are spending 24 hours exploring Edinburgh. From dark early morning streets to late night Scottish dinner spots. Visiting some of the city's most iconic locations along the way. Our day starts very early at Greyfriars Cemetery, probably one of the most famous graveyards in the world. At this time in the morning, it's almost empty. The city is still asleep, and honestly, this is probably the best time to experience this place. Greyfriars is known for its old gravestones, dark history, and ghost stories. But interestingly, the most famous grave here actually belongs to a dog, Greyfriars Bobby, who reportedly spent years guarding his owner's grave. Even if you're not into haunted stories, the atmosphere here is incredible. The old stone pathways, the silence, the dim light, it genuinely feels like stepping back in time. From Greyfriars, we walk down towards the Grassmarket area. One thing I've noticed in Edinburgh is how walkable everything is. Most major attractions are surprisingly close to each other, which makes exploring the city really easy. This part of Edinburgh feels completely different during the early morning. The colourful buildings, cobblestone streets, and views of Edinburgh Castle above make this one of the most photogenic parts of the city. Just around the corner is Victoria Street, probably Edinburgh's most famous street. The curved road, colourful shop fronts, and layered architecture make it look almost unreal. Many people say this street inspired parts of Diagon Alley from Harry Potter, and honestly, it's easy to see why. One quick stop before breakfast, the Vennel Viewpoint. This is one of the best free viewpoints in Edinburgh. The staircase leads to a perfect framed view of Edinburgh Castle sitting above the city. It's a simple spot, but honestly one of the most satisfying views in Edinburgh, especially early in the morning before the crowds arrive. After several hours of walking around the city before sunrise, breakfast feels well deserved. So after warming up with coffee and breakfast, it's time for the busiest part of the day. You can't visit Edinburgh without seeing Edinburgh Castle, sitting on top of an ancient volcanic rock. It dominates almost every view in the city. The castle has played a major role in Scottish history for centuries. And is one of the most visited attractions in the UK. Inside, there's a mix of museums, historic buildings, military history, and panoramic viewpoints overlooking the city. Even if you're not deeply interested in history, the views alone make it worth visiting. Next stop is Calton Hill, another iconic viewpoint in Edinburgh. What makes this place unique is the mix of monuments and panoramic city views all in one location. From here, you can see Edinburgh Castle, Arthur's Seat, Prince's Street, and even the coastline in the distance. It's probably one of the best places in the city for photography, especially on a clear day. After climbing viewpoints all day, Prince's Street Gardens feels like a nice break from the busy streets above. The gardens sit right below the castle, creating one of the most iconic views in Edinburgh. And right in the middle is Ross Fountain, one of the city's most photographed landmarks. For lunch, we stop at Makar Restaurant. The restaurant focuses on Scottish cuisine with a modern presentation, and it's known for using local ingredients. After walking all morning, this was honestly the perfect place to slow down for a bit and recharge. One thing Edinburgh does really well is combining traditional Scottish food with modern dining experiences, and Makar is a good example of that. Just a few steps from the restaurant was Writers' Museum. A nice little stop for a beautiful building showcasing items related to famous writers of Scotland. And nearby is a very beautiful building of New College, University of Edinburgh. Even though it's an active university building, it feels more like something from a fantasy movie set. A dramatic monument built in honour of Sir Walter Scott on Prince's Street is on a walking distance from Waverley train station and college building. Next around the corner is Cockburn Street, famous for shops and beautiful architecture. It connects Waverley Station to Royal Mile. If you want to try authentic fish from Edinburgh, then take a taxi to Fish Market Newhaven. Dean Village honestly feels like a completely different world compared to the rest of Edinburgh. Just a short distance from the city centre, this quiet riverside area looks more like a small countryside village than part of a capital city. The stone houses, river pathways, and peaceful atmosphere make it one of the most relaxing places in Edinburgh. If you want a break from crowds and busy tourist areas, this is definitely worth visiting. As evening approaches, the Royal Mile becomes one of the busiest places in the city. This historic street connects Edinburgh Castle to Holyrood Palace and is filled with shops, performers, restaurants, and centuries of history. To end the day, we have dinner at the Tolbooth Tavern on the Royal Mile. This is one of those classic Edinburgh restaurants that feels historic the moment you walk inside. The wooden interiors, stone walls, and traditional atmosphere fit perfectly with the city itself. After a full day exploring Edinburgh from sunrise to night, this honestly feels like the perfect ending. Thanks for spending a full day with us in Edinburgh. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow along for more travel videos from around the world. See you in the next one.